know what that is. Might be a halftime. I think that's what that is. Oh yeah, it's a seated. Alright guys, something big and round in this hole. Right there. Let's see what it is. Oh, no doubt. It's a cut real. Oh man, that's awesome. I can't believe it. Oh, it's the third piece out here today. Alright, that's awesome. I'm gonna keep going. Alright, it's the next day. Getting geared up. I'm gonna go get the big shovel, go and dig out that. So I use the big shovel to do that. And do a little metal detecting. Guess I'll leave a little shovel there for now. I carry 2 shovels down there. Alright, so I'll see you at the pit. See if we can dig up. Here's the pit. So we're gonna dig this out and see what we can find. I think I'm gonna go back behind me a little bit because that's kind of the way it was going. So I'm gonna dig out this dig out the sod first, like I did before. See what we can find. Alright, let me get it dug out and then I'll show you. I don't have enough memory card to really sit here and film it all, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'll show you when I get it dug out. Alright, there it is so far. This is where the original hole was, right here. So I'm gonna dig it back to about right here, I think. Put the sod up there so I can put it back in the hole. Put the board over here so I can put fines on it. Alright, I'll let you watch me for a second. Hear me huffing and puffing. Forget for being out of shape. I'm gonna let you hear it. We'll run this over it. Let's see. And hear the iron and stuff. It's a good signal down in there too. Hear that? It's locking on something. So I'm gonna have to dig this out deeper. That's stuff I probably pulled up yesterday. Alright, give me a minute. Alright, so on the back side of this hole we are hitting some brick right there. Some ash. And that's the hard ground I dug over here. And some oyster shell. So I have to be careful and look for stuff in there. Dig it out a little bit. Alright, so that is what I was getting, those 2 big chunks of iron that I put back down in there. I got them out now. We'll keep digging. Alright, we're really getting into the layers here. Some glass. That looks like window glass actually. If it's old. And it should be. There's pottery in here too. I saw a piece somewhere. I got it out already. Look at all that charcoal in there. All kinds of oyster shells in there, but there's a big old tooth. I'm not sure what that is. What kind of tooth that is. It's got the root and everything on it. Maybe a horse or a cow. Huh. Wow, I think I'm gonna keep that. Put this on our board. Got a lot of stuff on the board. Nothing good yet. Not super good anyway. We're gonna keep at it. Yeah, nothing in there. Gonna have to get the iron out of that. I think it's iron. Alright, if I have to get the iron out of there. Alright, see you when I get the iron out of it. Alright, you can see the old nails I'm digging out of there and some of the pottery I pulled out. Gotta get those nails out and see if I can get any good non-ferrous targets in there. So far, nothing. Alright, nothing non-ferrous, but I get a big piece of chunk of pottery in here. Yeah, look at where the impression was. Right there, that's pretty neat. I might be able to do some research on that. It's got a nice scene on it. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. No maker's mark on the bottom now. It's a neat little scene though. It's got houses on there. There even be ships in the background. It's hard to tell what that is. Supposed to be maybe trees. I see ship right there. I think that's what that is. That's pretty neat. Alright, quite a bit of pottery, and a lot of it I think is that plate. Yeah, there's pieces of it. I'm pretty sure it's that same plate. Some I found yesterday too. Put these over there. Doubt I'll ever be able to piece it all back together. Nope, that one's a little bit more blue than that plate is. But I just found another piece of that plate a second ago. It's got the same design on it. There's a non-ferrous target down in the bottom of this hole. I must have pulled it out of the sidewall and I was wrong. with the way this thing is traveling, it's actually going back where I piled the dirt. So, but there's a signal down there. Hear it? Listen. Right there. Let's see what it is. It should be pretty close on top. Yeah, there's a signal right there somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna turn you off. If I find it, I'll show you. Alright, I guess I stopped filming too soon. Here's the good signal that was down in there. You see it right there? I don't know what that is. You see it? Doesn't look like a button. Oh. What is it? It is a button. I think it's a gold button though. It's got a shank on the back of it. Oh yeah. Huh. It might be silver. It's got some tarnish on there. But cool, I knew there was a non-ferrous target down there. Let me clean that up with the brush. You can sit there and look at the dirt for a second. That is a silver gilded button, or gold gilded, I think, or a tomback. Actually, I think it's a tomback like the one I found yesterday. It's in good shape. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Got that silvery look to it. It's either silver plated or tomback. I'm not sure which one. It's awfully good shape to be tomback. Usually they're a little more gray. Cool. Alright, we got another non-ferrous target. Went and pulled the truck closer, but it's right in there somewhere. Probably another one of those buttons. Alright, let's see what it is. Nope. It's not the same button. It is a button. It's not the same kind, though. That is a... Let's see, that's how the tombacks usually look. They have a silvery look to them, but they're usually gray like that. That's a good button, though. Alright, cool. There's still stuff in this hole. Alright, this goes further that way than I thought. I just dug out some of the sidewall. It's got a piece of green shell edge. That's pretty old. That's 1700s. Probably late 1700s, early 1800s. I think I have something to date that for sure. But I think we have a non-ferrous target in here. I think. Well, we got a ton of iron in there. I'm gonna have to get out first. I heard something in there a second ago. I know I did. I might have got it out. Alright, let me dig some of this out, and then I'm gonna go over the spoils over here on the side. Man, this thing is going and going and going. No non-ferrous targets lately, but I did get another big piece of plate. That's that other plate I've been digging out of there. So, I'm sure there's several dishes they broke during their meals. There's also a bone down in there. Here's what I got so far. I'll go over it in a little while. And it's a big old bone. Not sure what kind of animal it's off of. It's like a rib bone, actually. I dug this out. I'm gonna go over it real quick. I'm sure there's nails in there. You can see all these nails right here. Alright, hopefully we get something good. Well, I guess I messed up the cooking pot. And that was a big one too. Got a leg on the thing. So I just pulled that out of there. That ought to clear some stuff up, but that explains those other big pieces, because there's probably a full pot down in there, or at least almost a full pot. Alright, I think we got a non-ferrous target right here. Could be deceiving though, because sometimes those big chunks of iron give a good signal too. But I don't think it's a big chunk of iron. Let's see what we got in here. Must have moved it. Where did you go? Where did you go? That's strange. Huh. Oh yeah, there it is. Little tiny tack head is what it looks like. Yep, non-ferrous. I did get a clay pipe stem piece a minute ago. Didn't show it. Alright, down in there, just got the piece of a bowline stem. Clay pipe. Sure wish there was a whole one in there. Trying to be careful, but it's really hard. Oh, this piss kicking my butt. I had to go that way more. And it goes this way more. And right down in there I found a little piece of stone, or I don't think it's melted glass. I think it was a piece of the outside crust of flint, or it might be a piece of flint. Which is pretty neat. I'll put that with the good finds. Oh, I got more pottery, more pieces of the plate, big piece of brick. There's all kinds of brick down in there. Alright, I think I got a good target right here. Sticking the nails out, and I saw it down in there. Might be a coin. Please be a coin. I think that is a coin. Oh boy, I think that's a coin. Pretty sure it is. Alright, you sit right there. I'm gonna get the brush, clean it up. It's copper, so it's not gonna hurt it any. Maybe a George 3. Definitely a King George. I know you want to see it. There it is. Can you see him? Right facing. And I dropped it after I cleaned it. Can't tell if it's Britannia on the back. Hopefully I can get a date off of that, or if there's a harp. It could be a Hibernia. It's got a crown on the back of it. If you can see it. Right there, crown. Ah, that's awesome find. There's the there's King George. I don't know if that's George 3, George 1. It's not. I don't think it's George 2. Could be George 2. George 1, 2, or 3. Alright, I'll clean it up very carefully when I get home. That's awesome. I have to show you this, another big piece of plate. Oh, it's broken. Yeah, it's been broken for a long time. That is feather edge, or shell edge, blue shell edge. Still got some of the food on there, looks like. Pretty cool. I think there might be a non-ferrous target down in here too, but I'm not positive. I keep getting a whip of a signal, so I've been digging with a little shovel. I said I was going to go eat, and I haven't. See? I'm going to dig that out of here, I'm going to check the spoils, and then I'm going to go eat. How about that? Alright, so I'm looking at this coin, and it's got a crown on there. So is that a 1 crown coin? I don't know. I haven't found very many like that. You can see the crown. It's got 17 something. I think the other 2 numbers would be over here. But it's offset. Either that or it's eat up some. I think it's offset. So is that a counterfeit coin, or is that just the way they were made? It does look a little thinner on that side. But you can see King George on there. I think it's quite old. Well, it is for sure because it's 1700. You can see the 17, but I don't know 17 what. I'll have to look that one up. I can hear that hawk. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but I can hear him in the background. Alright, I'm about to get back to it. I just ate lunch. See what we can find. Man, that hole is getting bigger and bigger, and I gotta cover it up eventually, but I'm gonna keep going. Still have about 3 hours. I can work on it. And we got something right here. Just came out of that hole. Got a nail out of there too. Little L-shaped one, which I thought was the signal because those give a good signal, but there's something else, and I'm pretty sure it's non-ferrous. All right. You. That's a nail. That's not it. Yeah, it's in there. I gotta move the pinpointer. Should be right there. Well, yeah, I think I saw it. Right there, button. Yep, another one of those Tomback buttons, a little small cuff looking button. Those things are in pretty good shape. It's a lot like the other one I found. Alright, cool. Man, this pit just gets bigger and bigger. Glass all in it. There's something on the sidewall. That's why I turned you on. Right there. So, get it right there. Let's make sure you are on. Yep, you're on. See if we can get it out of the sidewall. Just dug this out too. I keep digging it further back, and I keep having to move more and more stuff. Hopefully that got it. I'm hoping to find a full bottle, but I sure haven't found one yet. Sure would be nice. Find a full one. I just did start finding pieces of black glass again. So I don't think it's out. Alright, let's see what it is. Keep forgetting the pin pointer and leaving it on. It is a button. Cool. Flat button, shank on. I dropped it. Alright. Nothing on it. It's a plain flat button. I had a good signal a second ago. Had no idea where it went. Well, I guess it was iron. Keep trying to save as much as pottery as I can, but without sifting it, I probably won't get it all for sure. All kinds of it. Alright, I was digging more of the sidewall out. I had a good signal. I think I see it up in there. Right there. Button. It's a button. Oh no, that's a piece of glass, so that's not it. I think there's a good signal down in here though. Pretty sure there is. Let's see if we can find it with the pin pointer. I found all kinds of nails. Alright, you sit up there. Oh, big old spike. Hope that's not what it was. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn you off because I don't want to run the battery dead. I found it. I will show you in a second. Alright, there it is. A nice ball button. Still got the nice shank on the back of it. Still fully intact. Alright, that's what was in there with that big nail. Alright, I hate to give up, but I think I'm going to have to keep going that way. But I think I'm coming to the edge of it because there's some undisturbed soil. And I found it all around. Except for like right there and right there where I keep digging back, but I'm not getting any signals, and I think it's going to end right over there. So I'm gonna call it a day on this hole, cover it up, and I got to get it covered up. It's gonna take a while. Put all this dirt and stuff back in here. I found some good stuff in here. That coin was awesome. I'll show you a picture or do a little wrap up. Ooh, I'm about to die. I got a little bit left. Actually, I got a bit left because I got to put the sod back on. But the hole's getting there. You can hear it in my voice. Just had some people come back here looking for a place to ride horses, which is on this property but back a little bit. So I had to give them some directions. They probably wondered what the heck I was doing. Could have been burying somebody for all they know. I keep finding little pieces of glass. Man, I'm about wore out. Got another tooth. Maybe a pig tooth or something, I don't know. Figure that one out. Maybe a cow tooth, but it looks a little small for that. Whatever it is a plant eater. You can see it's got teeth for grinding down plants. Herbivores, is that what they call them? I got my science right. Alright, I gotta finish up. I gotta get that little bit of dirt left. Then start putting the sod in. Ugh. Alright, that's gonna have to be about as good as it gets. I spread some dead grass over the top of it. It's all covered in. I don't know, we'll be fine with that. He doesn't really care. As you can tell with the big giant holes he's digging. Alright, let's see what we've got over here. All kinds of pottery. Man, pottery after pottery after pottery piece. Feather edge. Some, looks like china. That's not china, just square. And there's some china in there though somewhere. I saw some. Well, not china, porcelain. That's china and then porcelain. Oh, I wish I could talk. All that iron. A couple of bones, some teeth. And then the pieces in here. Not a ton of non-ferrous, but I got one, two, three, four buttons, flat buttons, one ball button, one little rivet, and that coin, a piece of flint, I think, and 2 pieces of pipe stem. So, if there's anything good, I'll show you right now. I'll show you some still pictures and stuff, especially that coin if I can get it cleaned up. Alright, I'm going to actually do some more metal detecting, so you should see some more stuff coming up in just a second. I got a button and I didn't have to dig a giant hole for it. There it is. It's a good signal too. Just a flat button. Let's see, nothing on there, I don't think. And I dropped it. I think the shank's missing too. Nice old flat button though. I can't hold on to it. That's how sore my hands are from digging that big hole. Yeah, there's where the shank was on the back. I think there's a back mark on there. Alright, got a piece of lead in that hole. Oh, down in that hole right there, a big old chunk of worked lead. I'm not sure what they were doing with it. I don't think it's a bullet. Alright, down in this hole, I got something. I don't know if you can hear that behind me. I guess they set up a dirt track around here because there's some ATVs or motorcycles or something going nuts. But anyway, got whatever this is. I'm not sure what that is. Let's sit right there for a second. Put the brush on it. See if I can tell what it is. Alright, I don't know what that is. Kind of interesting looking. Well, deep in that hole, over a pinpointer deep, got a another padlock keyhole cover. One of those heart-shaped iron padlocks, which is probably long gone, but it says patent on it. Probably what, 1830s, 1850s. Well, we got another button. It's been a good button day today. Don't think there's anything on that one. Nice shank on the back though. May have a back mark. Don't think there's anything on that. If there is, it's for 1812. Alright, right down in that hole, which is a trench that they dug at one point, I got a Civil War bullet. There it is. Hey, that looks like a Sharps too. I don't know if I've ever found a Sharps. That's exactly what that is. Alright, cool. Yep, look at that. That's awesome. Found a Sharps. If I'm wrong, tell me, but I think that's what it is. Well, on that hole, got another flat button. I don't see anything on it. I nicked it a little bit. Not too bad. It's got a shank on the back. Alright. Well, they pushed this pile up, so I came along where the bulldozer was. I got a nice big dandy button, look. Yeah, it's got the gilt left on the front of it too. Don't find many like that. Nice big one. Don't see a design. Be great if it had GW on it. Well, down that hole, another flat button. I got a couple of lead balls. One's like a small caliber musket ball. It's got a spool still on it. It's pretty neat. Now I caught a glimpse of this. It might be pretty cool. Look at this. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's one of those buttons. Oh no, it's not. Haha, that's the back. It's a 2-piece button. And I'm not sure what's on the front of it. Got plenty of gold gilt left on there. Alright, sit right there and let me see what it's got on it. That's a civilian button. Got a little gold, it's gonna have a lot of gold gilt left on it, so I'll clean it up and show you, but it's got some kind of flowery pattern on there, so that's a civilian. Alright, I'm walking back to the truck. I think that's it. I'm wore out, so I'm gonna call it a day. It's been about 6 hours, I guess. I gotta go pick up my daughter, and we'll get out of here. I'll clean this stuff up and show you in a wrap-up. Alright everyone, welcome to the wrap-up. That was a fun little hunt. Didn't find a whole lot in that pit, but it was fun digging it out. But this is what we have. Just to go through some of the finds. We got these 3 little tack heads. Got a piece of lead. I always find the lead interesting because it's got impressions and cut marks and things like that on it. This was a piece of a caster. little wheel or roller would have been in there. I didn't know what it was at first when I dug it up, and then I remembered what it was. A little piece of brass. Not sure if that's a padlock keyhole cover. I think that is, because I think it says patent on it right there in the middle. And another piece of lead, and this is a piece of flint here, so that's pretty neat. They probably were using it for, you know, flintlock musket or something, or maybe to start the fire, I don't know. And a couple of musket balls with the spools on there where it was molded. This one has the spool on it too as well. We'll save these two for another minute. Old screw. And oh, there's another piece of lead. That belongs over there. Another padlock keyhole cover. This would have been on those iron heart-shaped padlocks. That's what they fit. And this one does say patent on it as well. A couple of pipe stems, probably 1700s. There's no maker's mark on there. I thought there might be, but there's not. And here are the buttons that we got. And several of them look like they went through, well, they were in that pit, and they were probably went in the fire because they're pretty damaged. That would have been that mounted back with the wire in there. It's about 1765. And then this button here looks like it's been burned. And these, well, these two are the cuff buttons that are made out of tomback. And they have those mounted backs. And they're turned on a lathe, so those again probably about 1765. And then a couple of flat buttons with no designs on there, in decent shape. Not really a back mark on them, so they're really early buttons. This one does have a back mark, it's just not able to tell exactly what it is. This is a neat button here. Let me put you in macro and you can take a look at it. Alright, there it is, a neat civilian button. This one's neat because of what it's got on the back. It's almost like it doesn't look metal, but this is an old button, so I don't know what that would have been made out of on the back. So that's a pretty cool button. Alright, over here on this side we've got what I said was a Sharps, but that is a Confederate Gardner bullet. So that's a pretty neat find, and that makes sense because I found plenty of South Carolina State Militia buttons in that area, and I'm pretty sure Confederate infantry button in that area. So that's a pretty neat find. And this is a coin. And let me put you in macro and we'll see if you can see it. Hopefully you can see that bust. It does say George, and I'm pretty sure it's King George III. And then it says right there, it would say that, and then it says Rex on there. And this is a Hibernia halfpenny, because they didn't make King George the third farthings. They made halfpennies, and this looks like a variety that's around 1766. I can't see anything but the 17 on it on the other side, so where the harp would have been, it says Hibernia going around that way. Britannia would be right there, and then the harp right here, and then the crown on the top. And the 17 would be right there, and then the rest of the year should be over there, but it's worn off. I can't see it. The weird thing about this is I don't know if it's counterfeit or not. It has a line. It kind of goes through it like a mold line. And let me see, I took some impressions of it. So here are the impressions that I've done. You can see that line that runs through it like a mold line. You can see the Rex, but you can see the 3 in Roman numerals is hard to make out, but I think that's what it is. And then on the back, you can see 17 right there clearly, but on the other side where the other part of the year would have been, you can't make anything out. But this particular variety with this bust on it dates to around 1760 to 1767, I think is what I read on it. That variety does, and then it changed after that. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the hunt. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for me, and I will see you at the next hunt.